So I'm going to walk you through this timeline, and as you see, each one of these dots is something that I injected, and it's a potential seed to hopefully sprout out to let this consciousness bloom in ways that I can't even imagine. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe this is a fitting place to go through this timeline. As I sit under this tree and experience a little bit of shade, I'm going to walk you through the last 5 years of my journey and what I've documented in the public space. So each point on this graph is a moment in which I've documented my life. Not that I'm anybody important, and not that I'm anybody special, but my whole intent is just to show you an example of an awakening, to show you that it's real, it's possible, and that this is the key to us experiencing a better reality for ourselves and future generations. I see the current timeline that we're on leading us to a path of self-destruction, and that spirituality is the key to altering that timeline. And we'll get into that a little later, but now I'm just going to kind of walk you through briefly what you've missed or what you've witnessed from your perspective. And I'm alive now, and some of the people in these videos will notice some of these moments as they're a part of them, and they may not have questioned exactly what I was doing, and I wish they would, because I love talking about this, and I think questioning is one way to realize that there's more to the story. And we've been sold a story, and we seldom question, and there's a whole lot of that to get into, but I'm going to keep this high level because each video goes deeper. And trying to be multi-dimensional and pack a lot of information into a small amount of time, I'm going to kind of breeze through this. So I've had a camcorder in my hand since I was young.
By me, for me, with me, starring me, co-starring me, directing me, photography is me, associate director, which I associate with myself because I am the director. In other words, me. That's the name of this, me. The whole time you're watching this is me. Nothing but me. All me.
And that allowed me to document this journey, and I believe that was part of my mission, to come here, to wake up, to document it, and not only for the people on Earth, but for also other dimensions, other beings, because what's going on here is going to represent what's possible in other dimensions and other star systems and all of this stuff. So that's part of the intention of me coming here as a multi-dimensional being, is to show this on this level and reverberate this out to all of the connected beings that we're a part of. All right. So after my awakening in the Everglades, I started to document. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Victor Bang, and I'm here again today to give you a little update on what's been going on. It's been quite a bit going on, and now is the point where in my life, in my journey, the rubber hits the road literally and figuratively. So I'm going to speak on different levels. I'm going to try to give you as much information and as quick and as entertaining a package as I can. What you're going to see in each dot is this timeline. It's over years, and if you really stretch it out, I talked about using this as leverage. So I've never cried wolf. I've never been the one to tell someone to do something that I didn't do myself, and that's part of my character. And you can ask anybody that knows me, and you guys that know me know that yeah, I'm not the one to play games with anyone else. I treat people like I wanted to be treated, and what I'm doing is what I feel Jesus would do if he was here. First of all, you got to wake up. You got to be able to see a different perspective than the one that we've been taught. You got to see through the illusion, and when you do that, you have to be an example of that and also show other people that they can do it themselves. Being nobody special, it's just a matter of showing people what they can do as well, right? So I've documented things from a video standpoint and also from a music standpoint. I think music is an important part of this experience. And if you look at the music that we listen to and the programming that comes through music, we can definitely use more positive music. So I've attempted to do that as well. Glad I Came is one of the first songs that I did after my awakening, and you can see what that is.
Just woke up from a dream, I'm trying to shake it off. I'm an astronaut that's stranded, eventually I'm taking off. I'm realist, they gon' come, I swim from another planet. Country grammar with some manners, so these haters ain't gon' stand it, come on.
So after that, I started to do some traveling and started to document synchronicities. So as you see in this video, I believe this is the timeline where the probabilities are way up there. And it's about exponential growth, and I get into that later. But you can see in this video what happens when you actually face your fear. This side we got the real Tommy, and this side we got the imaginary line that Tommy need to cross and pet his fear. What would Tommy do? The camera is rolling. This is real life.
Came in looking like a whole lot of something, though. People always want to know why I be doing what I do, man. You be frontin', though. Yeah. And I came through the back end, you ain't even know they had a front door. And I look inside and people always saying what you need, and I say what you want for. Yeah, what you want more, what you want a car, what you want to start, what you can't be, what the hell, who you are. You don't know who you are, you don't know who you are. Well, you need Vic Bang to go tell you why. Well, I'm finna go ahead and spit the game. If you tell you what happened to Vic Bang.
Now, in this journey, I've also called this the Big Bang Theory, and I'm asking people to prove me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm a be-all, end-all of information, but I think this is worth inquiry and worth questioning. So I did a Kickstarter for the Big Bang Theory. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Victor Bang here, and thank you for your time and your attention. What you're about to see is actually real life. I am a real person. Everything that you are seeing is 100% real, and it is happening now. And as unbelievable as it is, and sometimes I have to pinch myself as well, it is 100% true. Also during this time I was traveling, and this is a pool talk in which I was explaining the difference between your core and the clashing of ideas. Right, so these are the balls, right? Alright, so we all start off like this, or we really start off like this, but for this case, let's just say we start off like this, right? They make us think this is bad, but this is all together, right? When you all start off here, this is the baby. The innocence, the purity, that's that. No one would say that's bad. Right?
All of us come out like that.
All of us come out like that. Right? That's all. That's where we start, that's where we end, that's forever. Now, for this color, you're just gonna add that too. That's extra weight. Right? That's just automatic. Not for anything of who you are, just because of your body color.
Right.
Just because of your body
extra
color.
weight. That's extra weight.
Just 'cause of your body color. Now, this is a Christianity program. This is a fat program. This is a buck tea program. This is a whatever makes you not realize what you are. Oh, this is the poor program. All of this. These are all reasons that people don't get in contact
Can be
with the inside.
discriminated against because of all of this.
But this ball of balls is me, and I'm interacting with another ball of balls. And what I'm interacting with is the outside. I'm not interacting with the inside. So when I'm clashing, all this stuff clashing off. Racism. I'm not
on the exterior.
It's on the exterior. See, this is also something that not everything that you're seeing is in the public arena. I'm trying to make this quick, but this is a video where I came across a sea turtle that was newly hatched and was on its way to the ocean, and we helped it out. So after seeing all of the things that I saw, I made a song called Alarm because I felt that we needed to ring the alarm and really start to question things and look at things and just pause and ask ourselves, are we on the best trajectory? Is this really what we need?
Guess you just thought I was slower than slow. Like molasses, it's snowing and cold. When I'm as hot as the sun at this cold. About to have fun, please don't be sold. When I say, this is so low. Living a lie, that's a no-no. Not on the high, host no polo. I'm just the king of the dojo. Peace.
And look at that, it's a wrap at 4:27. Y'all see that, right? I got witnesses, right? I said it's a wrap, and what time is it? One of the guys that really helped me in my awakening was Anthony DeMeo, and I did a freestyle art of him.
We're going to get right into whatever you want to call it. Philosophy, mysticism, spirituality, you name it. The name doesn't matter. Here you've got I observing me. Now this is an interesting phenomenon.
Also during this journey, there's two books that were written. One is the 100 Degree Challenge, which I'm going to be doing a public review of, and another is an untitled book. The sequel is the follow-up to the Big Bang Theory, and this is something else that I wanted to put out there in the public consciousness.
That's what a cancer does. It believes it's separate and only cares about growth so much that it kills its host and eventually itself.
So during this part of my journey, I was back in Pensacola, and I did what I call spiritual surgery, trying to get people to really question themselves. I'm going to perform spiritual surgery on you by injecting you with as much truth as deep as possible right now. And this happens to be Easter Sunday, the 27th. But at any rate, I want to talk to you about what and who you are. I also did a video called The Good News, where I talked about you not being an ego, but you experiencing the presence of an ego. Then I ended up moving to Huntsville, and I did a song called Here Now.
When y'all go and wake up, boy, y'all thought that I've been playing. Time to make a profit, so let's execute the plan. When you buy a piece, someone wanna execute the man. If it can be done, then no excuses, yes I can. And I got my people with me, so excuse my fam. Cause we from the bottom, from ex-losers to I am. That's right.
During that time in Huntsville, I also did some public talks and was formulating the 100-degree challenge. And then shortly after that, I made an announcement that I was planning on running for 2020, which is still a possibility. There was Project 27, which after my stay in Huntsville, I had the time to do some traveling. And I wanted to really document different areas and plant seeds that I hopefully get to reap on later on with the 100-degree challenge. This is a video that I did on MLK Day in Georgia, and where I was talking about the contributions of Martin Luther King and how I'm also a dreamer. After this, I ended up coming back to Pensacola, and I was trying to generate things there, and I wanted to document the area and the experience and the things around, and I did that with a video called Something to Hate.
Yeah, let's give them something to hate. Yeah, let's give them something to hate. They all waiting on something to hate. Let's give them something to hate. Yeah, I try to tell them I'm great, but they just wanna sit back and hate. Let's give them something to hate. Yeah.
Also there, I was trying to get involved with the community, and there was a men's melding of the minds meeting, and I was involved in that as well. So as I realized that things weren't going to progress as I would like them to in Pensacola, I decided that it was better for me to spread my wings and go elsewhere. And 10,000 Feet documents that.
They say folks in your life for a reason, a season. Now there's colors on the leaf and now it's blowing, so I'm breezing and I'm gone. 10,000 feet head above the clouds. Let my wings spread, thinking clear and loud. Damn, the air is so clear up here. Feeling so good, let's have a toast. Here, here, raise your glass. Here, here, hey.
Before I left, I was trying to get people involved in the creative aspects of things, and did a video called Where Y'all At, where I was really trying to show them that you don't need a big studio, you don't need a lot of money, but you can create where you are with what you have. And there wasn't much support for that. So then I ended up coming to the volunteer state of Tennessee. While here, I decided to regroup and do a virtual event where I was counting down, doing videos, saying this, that, and the other, and the event was a flop. While here, the next thing that I was going to look at is the eclipse. Ended up going to that, and I was in the path of totality, which is near Nashville, Tennessee, which I was close to. So I decided to go there and be in the area that was the closest to the point where the eclipse will be the longest. The eclipse path went across the United States, and they say this wasn't going to happen for another 400 years, so I wanted to record that for you guys to witness as well. Then I did another update for Here Now, where I talked about these things.
100 degrees C, let's turn them up and make them boil. Never cried wolf, but you think I'm crying now. Never been alive, but I guess you think I'm lying now. You got the power to change the world, but you ain't trying now. We know what it's like to be grounded, how about flying now? Y'all have no idea about my race. Channel that into the truth and it turned me to a sage. No red dot though, red pills got though. Path less travel, do have potholes. Story that they sold us, do have plot holes. Those that say that, do get shot though. Blah, blah, blah. but I ducked them strays. Made it through the maze and found myself up in my cave. Came back, told my folks it's our minds that's enslaved, but they plugged into that TV and they tell them it's okay. And y'all don't question just who write the script. Y'all just take the pills cause it's them that write the script. What's wrong with the compass? You gotta quit. If you ain't the captain, then they bring you on the shit.
Also did a video on transmission receiver where I was just expounding on basically you being a transmitter and receiver of consciousness and information. Then I decided that since this reality was hijacked, it was time to hijack it back and to take control of our own consciousness and our own planet on a higher level. And then I went back to Pensacola and did a video called Flip My Wits, where basically showing that intellectually there's more that we can do and we become smarter and fight with our minds instead of physically.
They say we great inside, I'm about to let them out. They said I can't do it, well I say let them doubt. If you can't smile with me, I say then let them pout. Cause you can't please them all, they gon' find ways to hate. I told them they too late, boy I done changed my fate. Rip the wrist split, you swear I had a wand. I deal with kings and queens, I got no time for pawns. I flip my wrist on them, I flip my wig.
And then that was part of an album called Saya, Spirituality in Action, which was released at the end of that year. And upon that release, I also wanted to start a reality show called The Trueman Show.
How do you change the world? One being at a time. You start with yourself. You can't upgrade a reality until you upgrade yourself since you created. If this was true, would it be worth your time? Is the Matrix real? It's one of the few things that science and religion can agree on, but both overlook the main programmers of the Matrix, themselves. You are the root cause. The Matrix is our creation, whether through unconscious or conscious direction. Up to this point, it's been mainly unconsciously directed and manipulated by a few to control the many. It is a projection of how we see ourselves. That's why self-image is the root cause and so important. The problem with the Matrix is the lie. The truth is we are all connected. If you believe that E equals MC squared, there is only one E. The illusion is separation, and any mystic or enlightened being will echo the fact that we are all connected. This is the time where we will begin to experience this ourselves, and the false programming will be exposed and the truth will come to light. I woke up in this Matrix over 4 years ago and documented it to the best of my ability and left all of my data online. Now I'm challenging the world to what I call spiritual common sense and launching a reality show to show it all to you. Don't believe me? Just watch.
Which is basically a show about a awakened being on the planet shedding light on higher consciousness and fulfilling its mission while here. Also part of that is a science fiction almost series movie called Finding Carlos, which delves into some things that are more science fact than science fiction, but are unbelievable, just like what's going on now is pretty much unbelievable.
I'm not no snitch! You ain't from the streets no more, man!
During that time, I also did a documentary of the Big Bang Theory, which kind of summarizes what led me up to this point in my journey back then. I also did a video called Earth the Final Report, which basically would talk about what an alien would give as a final report of what's going on this planet to those that are outside of this planet. I also did a video called Finding Cassadine, which expands on the world of Finding Carlos, where it talks about multiple dimensions, timelines, and hijacking consciousness, ARs, avatars, all that good stuff. All the stuff that's going on right now.
Engaged. Temporal link established.
Right now we're in a mental space. You're actually inside of your car right now, dozing off. All of this stuff is in your imagination. In your imagination, for some reason,
Temporal loop established.
The coincidence was 27.
Timeline verified.
Now, imagine you're a time traveler and you left a message for yourself.
Incoming
And he's
temporal
watching
message
this.
from Cassidy.
I want to come back. He put him, which is you, on autopilot, thinking, I think when I come back, I'll be just like me. You know, that was the deal. You know, you don't lose any time. But it was hijacked. So I'm trying to tell you, we can get to who and why, when, and where. But what would you ask him if he wrote this to you?
Free your mind. It is the real. Has to listen.
Then it was a talent show where I dedicated it to Money Monroe, who passed away before that show, where I did the song Dreams, talking about being a dreamer. Then after that, there was a event that I had in Pensacola, Florida, which was another flop on 427, which I invited people to, and where we were going to talk about things and basically be like a traveling show. Didn't take off, but it was a learning experience. So then after that, I really started to refine the 100-degree challenge, and I presented that to the Mudd Brothers, and also presented it in Pensacola twice, which I don't have footage of. And I made other videos that we're going to skip, and then we're going to get to the first skydive, where it was something that I always wanted to do. We're about to jump out a perfectly fine and functional plane.
I live on the edge, baby. I'm on the edge right now. I ain't fly. Yeah, put your hands in the sky. Come on, say I'm a dead devil. Yeah, I live on the edge, baby. Yeah, tell me I can't do it. Tell me I can't do it. Tell me I can't break it. Tell me I can't break it. Tell me it's too high. Tell me it's too high. Tell me I can't get it. Tell me